Dear friends, we've embarked on a brand new adventure as we started our James and the Giant Peach book study. Our first class was filled with empathy and excitement as we jumped into the magical world of James. From the very beginning, our students felt deep empathy for poor James and his dreadful circumstances living with Aunt Sponge and Aunt Spiker. If it were possible, they would have leaped into the book to rescue him from their clutches. We continued our journey of learning new vocabulary words and the familiar copywork and watercoloring techniques that we enjoyed during My Side of the Mountain. For our activity in Lesson 1, we joined forces to create a delectable peach cobbler, and it turned out absolutely perfect. We relished this delightful treat with scoops of ice cream, and every child had a role to play, from adding ingredients to following the instructions. Despite the chilly fall temperatures, we also spent some quality time outdoors, appreciating the beauty of the season. To round off our first lesson, we worked together as a group to complete our first Kahoot quiz, covering the first 10 chapters of the book. The results were outstanding, sparking engaging discussions about the book's intricate details and captivating storyline.
Oh, yeah. And they won't have to deal with the boy anymore. Probably even. But what would they think? Like, what happened to the home?
Our second lesson was nothing short of fantastic as we continued our journey through the pages of James and the Giant Peach. What made it even more remarkable was the unusually warm late October weather that greeted us. We decided to seize the opportunity and held our entire class outside, immersing ourselves in the beauty of nature. For this lesson, we introduced something a little different for our copywork. Instead of offering just print, we gave the students the option to try their hand at cursive writing. Some were excited to give it a try, while others were a bit more reluctant. But the one thing we all agreed on was how enjoyable it was to learn in the great outdoors.
Gosh, and then I'm done. Like, I'm done with the... a bunch of flowers.
For our activity, we jumped into the world of tensile strength, experimenting with various materials that could be used to construct a spider web. We used a knitting hat loom to hold our materials, including yarn, uncooked spaghetti, and decorative spider webs. To test the strength, we had rocks that played the role of our spiders in the webs. The creativity flowed as we crafted different web patterns, and it was incredibly fun to see everyone's unique ideas. We added a touch of friendly competition to the mix by seeing whose web could hold the most spiders in each round. Okay.
Imagine if the first one fell.
0 1 Oh no! 1 I'm keeping...
Literally.
Actually, I'm gonna do it a crisp. Yeah.
I feel like one of the last people because then you get.
Okay.
Oh, what happened? The first one fell?
Yeah. Oh my god! If you get 1
For the spaghetti round.
you won this round of spaghetti. Yes, you won.
Oh.
$10.
Kind of like that actually. I want to cover up this guy.
This is a mad. It's hard. I got 1. You got 1.
The spaghetti right there on the triangle. You're gonna get more than me if you get this one on.
You got 5 eyes on one spider. Longest, ovalest one. For record.
For the record.
I don't think it's gonna. You're on a. You can't put it.
It's helping.
Yeah. That's cheating. You're gonna do a grid. You're gonna do the line.
Hey, look, there's a perfect A for Amelia. T for Thomas. T for Thomas.
I bet you $10. No, I regret the whole.
This unique design going to, oh,
You can have sections.
maybe, I don't know. All right, here goes Everly.
Feels easy.
but as you put...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6.
I got 8. Cool. I got half of it.
No, they were kind of activity points.
See how Amelia's putting it on?
Mine.
Oh, he's this spider down here then.
Somebody might have forgot it.
To conclude our lesson, we read the story outside and then wrote acoustic poems for the fantastic Peach. The favorite word of the day was Bart, which led to some very interesting and creative poems. One thing is for sure, there's no shortage of imagination and creativity in writing sessions. Our third class, Journeying Through James and the Giant Peach, was an exciting one. Even with the cold and windy weather this week, we found creative ways to stay active despite the chill in the air. To ward off the cold, the kids initiated an impromptu game of Gaga in the garage, even though it's not your ideal Gaga pit. Plans are underway to create a space that can be set up either indoors or outdoors, but the enthusiasm and energy was contagious. They were determined to work up a sweat. We began the class by revisiting our previous reading through a Kahoot quiz, splitting into teams and diving into chapters we've covered. Kahoot is always a hit, and everyone enjoys the interactive learning experience. After reviewing vocabulary words, we jumped into the week's chapters, following our usual routine of copywork and watercoloring. Some kids showed remarkable creativity with magnetiles and crafted fantastic designs. Our activity tied into the book's theme of Cloudmen, where we used shaving cream to represent clouds. With droppers of colored water, each child created a rain effect over the clouds, resulting in a magical, unicorn-inspired atmosphere. A surprising highlight was watching the shaving cream turn colors as it cascaded down the sink, a moment of unexpected excitement for everyone. Wrapping up the class, we discussed what insect could have been added to the peach and its significance. It was a joy to witness their imagination and creative reasoning.
You're the one that says.
On our last day of meeting for James and the Giant Peach, we began our morning with a session of Gaga in our new beloved Gaga pit, a class favorite that is never failing to get our hearts pumping. Energized and excited, we engaged in a sharing session where each of us expressed our eagerness to witness the movie adaptation of our cherished book. We recited the delightful poem, The Squirrel, with one student leading us through the words and hand motions, bringing the poem to life. Following this, our focus shifted to a cloud-themed breathing exercise, aimed at calming our bodies and minds. Venturing into vocabulary, each of us was given a word and its definition, an exercise that involved listening for these words and their use within the book. While the story unfolded, we worked on our copywork and watercoloring, thoroughly enjoying the tale's finale. After a break filled with more Gaga fun, we ventured inside to create peach hand pies, a collaborative effort that unexpectedly led us into a discussion involving math, the age of the book, and the movie adaptation. Learning, as always, takes us on unexpected but fascinating journeys. Lunchtime brought us to the anticipated viewing of James and the Giant Peach. Eager and curious, we watched the book come to life while savoring our delicious hand pies. We also compiled our class folder, adding a cover page and assembling our work. As the movie drew to a close, we indulged in more Gaga outside, thoroughly enjoying the remaining moments before parents arrived. Today was a day filled with learning, creativity, and the joy of seeing literature leap off the page and onto the screen. Stay tuned for more tales and adventures from our next captivating journey.